The Joe Rogan Experience.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and here's an issue. I am progressive on just about every issue across the board.
Yeah.
Gay rights, civil rights, women's rights, whatever. Women's right to choose, fill in the blank. Pro-Medicaid, pro-universal basic income, pro so many things. But there's a thing that happens in large cities where large cities are always blue. And I'm trying to figure this out. Because like New York, and I used to think it's because they're educated, and educated people are more likely to be compassionate, and compassionate people are more likely to be Democrats. But there's a balance that has to be achieved. And when the shit hits the fan, you need law and order. And I think that some people who are Democrats, who are progressive people, they don't understand that aspect of human nature, or they want to deny that aspect of human nature. Like when the mayor of Seattle was dealing with that whole 6-area lockdown, small little country that they had put up barriers and shit, and they like literally had armed guards there. That what was it called again? Chop or Chaz, right? The mayor said maybe this is our summer of love. Like, no, it's not summer of love. Some people took over other people's businesses with force. Like, just because they think the way you think, or they subscribe to liberal ideas like you're a liberal too. So this is like your gang of thugs that you have to support when they take over other people's businesses. No, we have to be able to call out everybody. And just because somebody is on your side, you can't let them take over city blocks and just institute their own government and then say it's the summer of love. This is crazy talk. And this is how gets cities destroyed. And this is what gets the police defunded. And this what gets people saying crazy things. Like we need to disband, release everyone from prison, and no more prisons, and no more laws, and no more police. I'm like, no. The way things go well is you have to be safe. The only way you're safe is if you have a strong military and a strong police force. And there's something about liberals that don't want to believe that. They see the bad cops, they see these videos, and we all agree, we got to get rid of bad cops. They got to reform the police. They have to. But those are not all the cops. That's crazy. You just only see the bad. No one's filming excellent interactions with friendly cops and compliant people. That's not what you're filming.
Not going to get a lot of YouTube downloads.
Views, but that's the majority of these interactions. But we have this distorted perception based on what we're exposed to, which is viral videos of cops being cunts. Because there are cops that are cunts. Because there's people that are cunts. And there's who knows how many fucking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of cops there are. The odds that they're not hundreds and thousands of cunts is outrageous.
Well, you know what I've been doing with this whole fucking thing, man? Because because you know me, the way my mind goes is not going to be like red state consciousness when it comes to that shit. Because when I saw that autonomous zone pop up, I'm like, let's do it, baby! Spread it out! Come on!
But what did you think would be good? What could have come of that?
Well, I mean, the history of America is this beautiful yet somewhat like there's a mania, a utopian mania in the heart of, I think, the American spirit, which is like Americans identify with this. It's, and George Carlin did a great job of desiccating it by saying it's called the American dream because you got to be asleep to believe it. I love that joke. Yeah. But I love the American dream. And what's so beautiful about it is it's this idea of like, I think together we can do something new that's going to be better than anything that happened before. And from that spirit, you get all great innovation that goes across all political ideologies, right? So to me, and they always call it, I've always loved that they call it the American experiment. I fucking love that, man, because it's an experiment. It's like, let's see what we could do here together. And for an experiment to work, we need to be able to look at what didn't work in the experiment and improve upon it. Now, that being said, it's like, for me, I've been trying to like pull myself out of even though I identify as a progressive, I'm going to vote Democrat. That's just what I'm going to do. But that being said, I try to pull myself out of that because I don't want to be cubbyholed, man. And I have a lot of friends who are like hardcore conservatives. And I know that there is this idea, and I think a lot of the idea gets perpetrated by people who are into tribalism, blue, red. Mm-hmm. And so the blue people, they propagate a conceptualization of the red people, which is kind of what you said. Well, they're not compassionate.
Yeah.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
Ridiculous.
Get the fuck out of here. These are some of the most compassionate people I've ever met in my fucking life. They would die for people.
Episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience are now free on Spotify. That's right, they're free. From September 1st to December 1st, they're going to be available everywhere. But after December 1st, they will only be available on Spotify, but they will be free. That includes the video. The video will also be there. It'll also be free. That's all we're asking. Just go download Spotify. Much love. Bye-bye.